really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
TV. It was productive. It was exciting.
We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof, because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna propose all this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with your Saturday morning podcast, and I am excited. This is going to be another exciting podcast. How to prepare for the big one. And you say, what is the big one? That is the state assessment. So come on in. Let's take about 3 minutes as we get all of my Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn people in. And I need to know where you're coming from. Let me know where you're coming from. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Kimberly Burrell. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Laws, Principal Laws. Good morning. Good morning, Priscilla Lee. Good morning. Hit that share button. I need to get a couple more of my people on Facebook and LinkedIn folks in, because you say, Hurt, we want to come and we want to be part of it, but we don't know where to find you. So I'm going to take a few minutes and we're going to get started. We got a lot of time here. I'm just excited to be here. Good morning, Principal Kafele from Jersey. Good morning. It's good seeing you, my friend. It's good seeing you. Good morning, Miss Lee from Georgia. I was just in Georgia a couple of days ago. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hit that share button. We need the world to know about it. This is so important. If you are an educator, you must tune into this when we're talking about the state assessment that's coming up. So this is non-negotiable. So you got to tune in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I have EDU Buzz JA. Good morning to you from Jamaica, all the way from Jamaica. It's good seeing you. So give me a few seconds. I got all these things happening. This is going to be a good one. But I need you to hit that share button. I need people to tune in. We gotta make this big. We gotta show everybody what's taking place. So come on in. And give me one more second, because I got people saying, Hurt, let me come in. So I just want to make sure we got all of the feeds together. All right. Just stay with me, please. I need everybody to stay with me. All right, come on in. Hold on for 1 second. Let me get my volume straight. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Just come on in. Give me about 30 more seconds, y'all. Give me about 30 more seconds. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Don't leave me. You still got time. You still got time to bring in your leadership team on this one. I am sharing some information. I cannot wait to share this information to the world about how we're going to improve these state scores. All right, I think I'm all set with this. Okay. Hey, good morning, my cousin in the house. Lamont Carter, good morning, my cousin in the house. It's good. It's good seeing you. It's good seeing you. Good morning. I got Melissa Jones Chunu. Good morning. Hopefully everything is fine with you. And I got Janita Miller. Good morning to you. Come on in. So, all right, let's go and get started. Once again, my name is Sean Hurt, the school turnaround principal, and I am here with your Saturday morning podcast. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. We've been doing this for weeks. I'm not going to start, telling you how many weeks, but we've been doing this for weeks. And myself at 10, we have Create and Educate at 10:30, Principal Kafele at 11, and Josh Tarver and Dean Packer Sunday at 7. Call ourselves the Fantastic Four. We are giving out free professional development to help educators all around the world. So I started off. So today's topic, we're going to talk about how to prepare for the big one. And you say, what is the big one? Is this like if you're a woman, you ever had a baby? The big one is that baby that's taking place. If you like sports, Super Bowl is tomorrow. The big one is the Super Bowl for tomorrow. Some people might have Kansas City. Some people might have San Francisco. My cousin is on the line. He's a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So, hey, I'm a big Dallas Cowboys fan. Some people are Miami Dolphins fan, but you guys get the drift. The big one is tomorrow. That's the Super Bowl. And then you say, well, what is the big one for a school? What is the big one? What is the one that we get judged by, that all schools all over the world, whether it's elementary, middle school, and high school, what do we get judged by? And that is your state assessment. So it doesn't make a difference if you like it or dislike it or whatever it may be, but in the next 8 to 10 weeks, everybody will be taking the state assessment, wherever state you're in. So I said, all right, let's talk about it, because we still have time. We still have time to help and support you. If you are a principal, if you are a teacher, if you are a parapro, whatever you are, superintendent, let's give tips, let's give strategies that will help you to move that academic needle. And these strategies I've used, the schools I worked with have used. And if you really take these strategies and use it with fidelity and really do it right, hey, you can increase your proficiency by 12 or 13% at your school. You can increase that grade from a B to a B. I'm gonna roll it out, okay? So that's why you need to be on this. Make sure you get pencil and paper. I'm gonna give you time to get pencil and paper. And also, you still got time to share this out. Make sure your leadership team is on this. All right. So before I get started, I always talk about a few things. One of the things that I'm gonna talk about is, and this is a question I always ask, as an educator, what is keeping you up at night? As an educator, what is keeping you up at night? Okay. So let's put that in the chat. For me, you say, Hurt, well, what do you mean by that? I'm going to tell you what's keeping me up at night as an educator. It's two things. The first thing is that what is keeping me up at night is the disconnect between the parents and the school. The disconnect between parents and school, that's what's keeping me up at night. I am not blaming the schools. I'm not blaming the parents, but there's a disconnect. So somehow, some way, we need to bridge that gap so the parents can support the schools and the schools can support the parents. So you say that is one thing that's keeping me, Sean Hurt, up at night. Another thing that's keeping me up at night. What's keeping me up at night are teachers being coached properly. Are the millions of teachers all over the world that's working hard, that's coming in, are they really being coached properly? Are they really being taught the right way, whether it's undergrad, graduate school, whether if they've been in your building for 3 years and we're giving feedback and we're coaching them and they're going to PDs, are they really, let's be honest, and this was being coached properly. You can be coached. Once again, the Super Bowl is tomorrow. You can be coached. But there's a lot of teams that has been coached and they haven't made the Super Bowl or the playoffs. They are losing teams. So coaching doesn't always mean you're doing it the right way. Are we coaching the teachers the right way? So those are the two things as an educator, as Sean Hurt, that is keeping me up at night. So go ahead and put into the chat. Let me know what is keeping you up at night. That's something that I've been talking about. What are the things that's keeping you up at night? Next, I want to talk about my some housekeeping notes. What's been going on with me this week? I have been on the road all week. So yesterday I was in Hammond, Indiana for a 2-day, Thursday, Friday, 2-day professional development at St. Casimir Elementary School with Principal Matt Chico, and we rolled it out. On Thursday, I spent the whole day in the classrooms looking at classroom instruction. I went from the preschool to the 8th grade, and I tell you, I saw some really, really good instruction. Really good instruction. So hats off to that team. And then Friday, I spent the whole day with the same team providing professional development. They had the mid-year NWA data. We unpacked that. We looked at some best teaching practices that they're going to use to improve their teaching in the classroom. So that was excellent. And then they set up a plan. They set up a plan of action to be able to end the school year off on the right foot. So they put that plan of action together. So hats off to that team. You guys are doing an excellent job. I saw that mid-year data and I was astonished. Good job. Another thing, I was in Tucson, Arizona on Monday of this week. I spent the whole day with Dr. Kuhn, and that team did the same thing. We visited classrooms, and then in the afternoon, me and her leadership team, we sat for about 2 or 3 hours in a room, and we put strategies together for her state assessment that's coming up, how to better deliver that instruction. So they are ready to go. So I was happy with that. And then last but not least, last Saturday, I was with my good friend, Principal Ross at Spirit Creek Middle School. And we got down. We got down on a Saturday. So this whole week I've been traveling, doing a lot of things. But I am happy, and that's why I'm doing this podcast. So thank you very much. The other thing is that make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you look at all of my social media platforms. I am giving out information galore. This morning, I put a video up that you got to watch regarding my data dig at the school yesterday. So that video will help and bless people. You will see how the teachers are just engaged in the data, how they're having discussions, how they're taking notes. This is how schools are moving. So I just want to just talk about the things that I have done this week. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I need time. So we're going to go ahead and jump in it. How to prepare for the state test, how to prepare for the state test. And like my good friend Josh Tarver, good morning to you. I am going to go slow like Luther Vandross. Well, can you sing like Luther Vandross, Mr. Hurt? No, I cannot. I leave that for the singers, but I'm going to go slow like Luther Vandross, okay? So how to prepare for the big one, the state assessment. Let me get some water. All right. So now I want us to really stay focused, and I'm gonna give you about 6 tips on what I know that can help you prepare. I don't care if you are a school that's been rocking and rolling since the beginning, September. You could be a first-year principal. You can be say, "Hey, we haven't done anything yet, and we got 8 weeks." All right, so let's go and get started. In no particular order, but this is what I'm going to say. The first thing that you need to do, the first thing that I would recommend is that you need to read the study guide to the state assessment. You need to read the study guide to your state assessment. This should be done 3 to 4 weeks prior to you taking a test. So every state has a study guide, has some type of study guide to your state of Texas. Michigan, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, you name it, you have a study guide. I want you to read it. And then from there, you're going to do it every week for the next, or for 3 to 4 weeks prior to the state test. And you will do this during your staff meeting or your grade level meetings. And then what I want you to do, I got to be very specific. I want you to make copies for all of your teachers and have them read it during your staff meetings as well. So it just can't be the principal reading it. You need to take about 5 minutes and say, all right, Miss Smith, 8th grade teacher, here's your copy of the state of the study guide. Let's read page 3. Let's read page 4. You do not do it the week before. You want to do it a month before. Be consistent with this, okay? Be consistent with this. Read the study guide. Would you say, Hurt? Show me an example. I told you I am prepared for this. So let me show you what it looks like, okay? All right, here we go, right here. I'm gonna give me a few seconds. All right, study guide. This is the study guide. This is Michigan right here. This is guide to state assessment. Look, this is the study guide. I'm going down. I'm not going to look. This is the study guide. Print it out. I mean, just print it out. You can print out. It's giving you everything. It's giving you everything. You print the study guide out. It's right here. If you are in South Carolina, I got Principal Tarver. He's in Texas. I got people in North Carolina. I got people all over the world. Good morning to you, Mr. Thomas, Christopher Thomas, my man. Take time to print out the study guide. I don't care what you do at your school. You got to do it. It's sort of like, how can you prepare for a test if you don't have the proper equipment and things to prepare for? It's real simple. You can print it out tonight at your house, send it to everybody via email, and say on Monday, we're going to take 5 minutes just to look at it. Make hard copies on Monday morning, and you're ready. I am giving you, look, this is the study guide right here. No excuses, no excuses. First thing, print out the study guide. Look, it's giving you the information right here. I'm showing you the study guide. So that is the first thing that you do. You print out the study guide, and then 3 to 4 weeks prior to your state test, you are talking to your teachers during your grade level meeting. That's the first thing, an idea. You are showing them. You're constantly, this is the Super Bowl. Why are you going to wait okay, think about this, everybody. The Super Bowl is Sunday. Andy Reid is the coach. Kyle Shanahan is the coach. These are the two coaches for the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers. You say, Hurt, I don't know football, but follow me. Just please follow me. They're not going to wait to Saturday today to get prepared for the Super Bowl on tomorrow. They have, for the last 2 weeks, they have prepared. The first thing that the coaches have done is that they have a playbook. We're going to study the playbook on the other team's offense and defense. What I'm saying is that your state, oh man, I am on fire. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Houston and Dr. Taylor. What I am saying is this. Take the playbook, the study guide, and prepare on Monday. I said, let's prepare on Monday. Let's go. After you get off listening to the Fantastic Four, download it. I'm giving you free advice. There is no excuses for you not to increase proficiency and growth at your school. First thing. Go ahead and give me some feedback, man. People, listen, hit that share button. Yeah. Principal Howard. Yes, Principal Howard said we already started. I know, Principal Howard. I know. That's why I talked about you a couple of weeks ago regarding you moving your school. I have principals on here that's already saying we already started. We started. These are principal. Principal Howard is running a high performance school. So if I'm telling you this, other principals are saying this, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? Why don't we do it? So that's the first thing. I showed it to you. Next thing is this. Next thing. All right. All right. Next thing is this. Know and understand the standards that's going to be taught for the state test. Know, and we call it, you could call it the blueprint, the power standards. Know and understand them. Know and understand them. Some power standards weigh more than other standards. Some power standards weigh more. So if I am going to try to move the academic needle, I'm going to focus on what's going to give me the biggest bang for my buck. I'm going to focus on what is going to give me the biggest bang for my buck. Just like in the Super Bowl on tomorrow. If I am the San Francisco 49ers, I'm going to focus on giving the ball to my superstar players. They're going to give me the biggest bang for my buck. Same thing with Kansas City. What is going to give me the biggest bang for my buck? I have 8 weeks. I don't have 8 months. I have 8 weeks. What do I need to focus and prepare on? And then the other part to that, follow me very closely. How do now I prepare, or how do I teach and expose my kids to these standards in tier 1 and tier 2 in my after school programming? How do I expose? First of all, I got to know what these standards are first. Let me see what these standards are. And how do I expose them in tier 1 and tier 2 in my after school programming for the next 8 weeks? So you say, Hurt. Okay, Hurt. I get it. I understand that. Could you please show me an example of what that looks like regarding what the power standards look like? I might be a first-year principal. I'm an 8th grade math teacher. I've never seen it before. Show me what it looks like. I'm going to show you. Yes, Ms. Howard, you are saying the blueprint is the treasure map. Yeah, so let's go to the blueprint. So if you're in Chicago, if you are Georgia, hopefully I got some Georgia folks on here. I'm gonna get mad if I don't have any Georgia. I am showing this is, this is my Georgia folks. So look here, Georgia folks. Look here, look. I'm gonna wait till everything catch up. Stay with me. We got 11 minutes, and man, the comments are excellent. All right, look here. These are the standards. So let's look right here. 6th grade. Look, grade 6 ELA Georgia. Man, I wish I had 5,000 on here from Georgia that teaches ELA. Right here, printing this out will help you move. We have this in Ohio, Georgia, Michigan, California, Texas, Las Vegas, Illinois, you name it, you got the blueprint. All right. So how do we look at this? All right, let's just be real simple. If I got 8 weeks and I'm looking at this right here, look at the top, y'all. They're telling me key ideas and details will represent 28% of the test. I'm not making this up. I'm just getting this off the website. Out of number of points, out of 32 points, ladies and gentlemen, principal, superintendent, 17 points. Oh my God, is coming from key ideas and details. And then on top of that, they're giving me the standards that is going to be on the test. The reason why we're not moving this needle is that they're giving you the answers to the test. They're giving you the information. We are not accessing the information. And then as we access this information, how do we use it on Monday? If I am Georgia, if I'm a middle school principal in Georgia, I'm having a conversation with my 6th grade ELA staff, and I'm saying I am not going to neglect the other 3 areas, domains. But we need to know without a shadow of a doubt that key ideas and details need to be taught for the next 8 weeks. And I have 150 6th graders. How many of those kids are getting it? So if they don't get it on Monday, I have 8 weeks for them to get it based on the standards right here. I'm going to stop right there. I need you to tell me, is this making sense? Let me know if this is making sense. Let me know, say, Hurt, this makes sense to me. This is making sense to me. That's why I'm doing it. Let's be real. Let's get it out there. Let's get the information out there. Come on, hit that share button. I need you to hit that share button. I'm going slow like Luther. Matter of fact, there are people that are currently saying, "Hurt, I need to come in and listen." So I'm bringing more people in. This is, yes. I cannot sleep. I'm bringing more people in. They say, "Hurt, let me in." Oh, listen. This is good. All right. We got a lot more to go. All right. Next one is this. So we said read the study guide to the state assessment. I showed you that. Showed you visual. Know and understand your power standards. Let's print that blueprint out and let's get it out. And you got 8 to 9 weeks. How are you going to address it in tier 1 and tier 2 and after school programming? Don't worry about it if the kids don't have it now. We got 8 weeks. Number 3 is this. Have you identified? Now, I'm not saying print it out and have it in the corner somewhere. Have you identified your students that are currently now proficient, your bubble students, or some school call it the cusp, those kids in the middle, and also the students that will give you points for growth? Have you identified your bubble, your proficient, and the kids that will give you points for growth? And then if you have not, you have to do that ASAP. If you have not, you have to do that ASAP. Where do we get it from, Hurt? You got to get it from your district assessment. STAR, iReady, NWEA. I've been preaching this for the last 5 years. I've been saying you gotta bring me in so we can sit down. And that's all this week. I've worked with 3 schools in different states, and we took time and unpacked it and did this. Now, with that being said, after you have identified, they need some one-on-one intervention. Now, I'm not talking about with the teacher. This is separate than tier 1. I'm breaking it down. They need one-on-one intervention from a support staff, a coach, a para, your AP, etc. You got to take them out of that. So if I got 25 kids in the classroom, I need to be able to take those 3 or 4 kids out, and I need to do some one-on-one with them because I need to make sure that they are getting it without a shadow of a doubt. One school said, Hurt, every teacher will identify 4 kids, and she had about 14, 15 teachers, so that represent about 60 students. She said, we're going to look at these 60 students, and we're going to make sure that they're getting one-on-one support from our teachers, from our support teachers that's not teaching in the classroom. She had about 325 students. She's not neglecting those kids, but she said these 65 kids, they will be touched every day for 45 minutes with some one-on-one support. Have you identified your proficient, your bubble, and the kids that can make growth for you? Have you identified those kids? Well, why should I do that, Hurt? Why should I do that? Just please stay with me. I still got 3 more things to go, but I got to show you this. On every report card grade in the state that I've worked with, all over the world, the report card grades look the same. So I'm going to show you. Please look at this. Please look at this. We don't need no schools failing no more. Look, this is Michigan. Every report card grade will give you a score. I'm gonna wait till it kind of flip over because I'm waiting till it flip. I don't think it flipped over. I want to go slow. All right, cool. Every report card grade will give you a score on proficiency, growth. If you're high school, graduation rate. If you have English learner progress, that too. Look, proficiency, growth, And then they will give you a score on performing among peers. How do you rank among schools that look like you, smell like you, have the same demographics? I am giving you what your state is judging you by. So if you have identified those kids that's going to more likely be proficient, you check this box. If you've identified kids that's going to be growth and all that kind of stuff, you check this box. If you identified the kids that are your bubble cups kids, well, that's going to lead to more proficiency. That's going to lead to better performance among peers. You check this box right here. And then in Michigan, listen, there's over 1 million schools in Michigan. I wish every school was on my podcast in Michigan. This is what we judge by. Then you got attendance and assessment participation. Listen, why aren't we not using this and showing this and living with this? Why? Why? Man. Oh, I got so many notes. Oh man. All right, let me finish off with this. I got to finish off this because I want everybody to go to Create and Educate at 10:30. Please support my sisters. They're doing a good job. But let me finish off with this. The last one is mock state assessments prior to the real test. What I did was about 2 to 3 weeks prior to the real test, I had a mock state assessment. A mock state assessment. So it was like the real assessment. On my 3rd through 8th grade, we're going to sit down. We're going to do math, ELA, and writing, and science. It's going to be a mock one. It wasn't the real one with all the questions. I probably did about 15 questions for each one, but I made the environment like it was a state test. Why is that good? Because A, you're able to score the test like it's a real thing. Okay. The other part, you have time to reteach the mistakes. You still got 2 to 3 weeks, 2 weeks to reteach the mistakes. If I'm writing prompt, I can say, oh my God, that introduction sentence weren't good. Let's go in and teach that. Seeing that fractures, let's teach, you guys understand. So you have time to reteach. And then it allows the students to build up stamina, especially in reading. They will build up stamina. So it won't be the first, it's just like the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is tomorrow, but the teams that are playing in the Super Bowl, they have playoffs. They have playoffs. They've had 3 games that's been like the Super Bowl to prepare for the Super Bowl. So in the pros, we do it. Why aren't we doing it at school? So let's have a mock state assessment, a mock one. All right, we're going to have it 2 weeks prior. It's going to be, you can have it from 8 to 12 o'clock. Shut down everything like it's the real thing. 2 weeks prior. So I'm going to stop right there. I have so much, I still got a lot of stuff to go over. This is what I need you to do. If you feel that this was good, please leave an emoji, give me some feedback. Also, I want everyone to subscribe to my YouTube page. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page. If you would like for me to come to your school and help support this year or next year, it's not too late. Inbox me. A lot of people have inboxed me and said, "Herc, come in." That's why I was in a couple of schools this week. It is not too late. Inbox me. We'll sit down and talk. I will do face-to-face virtual. We will go ahead and make this work. Do not wait. You still got 8 weeks. Do not wait. I do not want during the summertime you say, "Herc, my school grades was poor. We did not increase proficiency. We could have done." Do not have that testimony. Have the testimony that I went and got help. You know, you could be a coach. Go to your principal. You could be a principal. Go to your superintendent. Get the help to move it. Get the help to move it. So thank you very much. Let's go over to Create and Educate. Let's have a blessed week. And once again, inbox me if you need any support.